What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You got the almighty DJ CJ Flash having a blast, back with a brand new live episode of I Remember That Song, and here to tell you all about it is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jerry Dub.
CJ Flash, a great big gigantic dominus ominous to you, my brother.
Oh wow! Did you just try to sock me? Was that?
No. That was a punch of peace.
Oh.
Punch of peace.
There's a such thing called okay. I'm gonna go.
POP, a punch of peace.
Punch of peace.
Dominus ominous.
Okay, got you.
How are you this good Tuesday night?
I'm fantastic. How are you, brother?
Man, can't you tell I'm a little giddy tonight? I'm feeling goofy.
I see.
I pulled out my plaid blazers again because plaid blazers are back in style.
I see. You kind of fly there, brother.
You think so? Yes. I got the thing on here. Yeah, I'm getting ready.
Got to pop the collar. There you go.
Boom. Ooh, boom. Hey,
wait, bruh.
I'm getting all that in now before you know who gets on with us and starts saying his, you know what, he does. So, well, good evening to everybody. I'm Jerry Dub, the host and creator of I Remember That Song. We call it IRTS Live when we're online. I got my man, almighty DJ CJ Flash with us. And also coming up here is Big Russ. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How you gentlemen doing?
Fantastic. Just the fellas tonight. Good. The ladies are asked for the night off, so it's just the fellas.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's fine.
The shopping has begun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Shopping
has begun. Yeah, if the ladies aren't here.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay, I didn't know you were going.
They're shopping for us.
Let's hope so.
I saw something on somebody's timeline about Broaches R Us having a half off sale.
I walked right into it.
I'm sure they are on their way.
I walked right into it.
He said Broaches R Us.
I walked right in. How can I walk right into it? Wait a minute. Let me get a close up of it. Let's get this all over with. Ooh, that's a pretty one tonight. Look at that. Shades of blue. Shades of blue.
Does it light up?
All right, so tonight we have with us.
It kind of reminds me like spirograph.
Tonight we welcome the longtime lead guitarist and vocalist of Earth, Wind and Fire, Mr. Sheldon Reynolds. Wow. Sheldon spent 14 years with the Elements, but did you know that he was also with the Commodores for 4 years, and before that he was with a funk band from Ohio, where he happens to be from, Sun. Okay.
Yes.
We'll be talking about a lot of good music. We all know CJ Flash loves him, some Earth, Wind and Fire. So CJ, it's like you have permission to do whatever it is you've been holding on to for the last several shows. So
I appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
Your thing, You'll get to know Sheldon a bit. He's a quiet guy, but I want you guys to lean in because he's got a lot of stories to tell. And he's sneaky funny too. He's sneaky funny. He already showed us that.
Sound like my kind of guy.
He's going to talk about his music and all the things that he's been going through, and also some health-related things that Sheldon is going to do that's going to educate all of us. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's bring in Mr. Sheldon Reynolds. Hey, Sheldon.
Hey.
What's good, brother?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm here.
Good.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. Say hello to Big Russ there. You didn't meet him before the show started. Big Russ.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm trying to find you. I know you're over here somewhere.
I'm over here. Right here, brother. Right here. Double Jack. Right here.
Why y'all touching each other like that? That's no way to start the show,
brothers. This is our brothership right here.
Okay. All right, I got you. Big fist up. So Sheldon, you down in the LA area, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Right. We rock and roll one way or the other.
But you're originally from Ohio, right? Cincinnati, I read.
Cincinnati, that's the one.
Yeah, I was born in Youngstown and got a lot of family in Cleveland, so I'm kind of a halfway Buckeye. I don't know a whole lot about Ohio. Never really lived there other than a couple of years, but I'll claim a Buckeye.
They got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame up there in Cleveland. It's really
yes, cool. They do. I've been there. It's nice. It's really nice. Very nice. So look, tonight we're going to talk about your music and your career. We're going to play some songs. I want to hear some stories. I want to hear some jokes. I want to hear some inside stuff that we shouldn't be talking about. And I want people to know that you're watching us tonight. I'm going to have to do this because Ryan and Tracy are gone. So if you are watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit your name in there before you start to make a comment, so your name will come through. We've already got people in the comments here. Ray Harris is always with us. DJ Ray, looking forward to this in the IRTS family. Charles Hughes is from LA as well. We got Kim Batiste, who's out there in Seaside, Monterey. Whoa, somebody from the Big Islands in Hawaii.
Hey,
Stitches.
that's Stitches.
Oh,
You know,
Stitches.
that's Stitches. Yeah, she's working in Hawaii now temporarily.
She's in
You
Hawaii.
be careful with that volcano exploding out there, Kim. Okay,
It's on the Big Islands. Don't worry about it.
She'll be all right.
She's
All
in the Compton of Hawaii. She's
over there.
you won't touch her at all.
Yes, sir. And you are in the right place if you came to hear some good music and have some fun. That name was Adelina. So we are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. And it's all at IRTS Show. And while you're on there on Facebook, if you want, you can watch us on our good friends from Las Vegas and over the pond and all like that. That would be Soul TV. They got over 2 million followers last week. We claimed a whole big chunk of them. So let's get even more of them this week. We ready to go now. Sheldon, you ready to hear some music? Tell us some stories. You ready?
Play it loud.
Okay, but before I do that, there's one more thing. Before I go any further, I wanted to say, so we're Bay Area folks up here, so we got to shout out our Bay Area brothers. First of all, let's say happy birthday to Mr. Frankie Beverly.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Turning 76 years young today.
Right on.
He's the R&B folks Grateful Dead. Also, a friend of the show, Melissa Morgan, is turning having a birthday
same
today.
Melissa.
Birthday.
She did a great show with us a few months back. If you haven't seen it, just go on to our YouTube page at IRTS Show, and you will find that there. And also had a picture of Steph Curry here, but I can't find it now. So we're just going to acknowledge Steph for being Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year, which is a pretty big deal if you follow sports at all. One last final thing is that we needed to talk about Miss Irene Cara last week. She passed away. Any man of a certain age was in love with this woman. She sang and co-wrote Flashdance with a Feeling, which earned her an Academy Award. We really got to know her when she played Coco Hernandez in the 1980 musical Fame, and she recorded the film's title song, which went #1 all around the world. And of course, we can't forget her in Sparkle. Rest in peace, my beautiful sister, Irene Cara. So, got all that. Acknowledgements done. Bless all those people. CJ Flash, let's get some music going. Irene Cara, God bless her. Man, I wasn't ready for that. When you first put it on, I said, "Don't sound like Earth, Wind, and Fire." I forgot that quick. So thank you for that. All right, now let's get some Earth, Wind, and Fire stuff going. There we go.
She was really something special.
I'm gonna need a close up, brother.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. I got you. Boom.
Sing a song, it'll make it day, yeah, yeah. You is a time to shower, yeah. Sing a song, it'll make it way, yeah, yeah. Life can be hard to bear. Sing a song, it'll make it day. And if you smile, smile, smile and believe. Sing a song, it'll song. Sing a song. Sing a song. I can hear you singing. That's right.
All right, all right, all right. In case you were wondering what that's about, that is a song that you redid, sing a song, and all those folks in there are Parkinson's disease patients.
That's right.
You, my friend, have Parkinson's disease. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. You want to educate our folks on this. First thing when I heard about this, I said, we got to talk about this because men, especially Black men, need to talk about their health. And we honor you for being here and going through this show. We're going to make it as easy as possible on you. We got nothing but love for you. So I want to let these people know right up front what's going on so you can open up your mind and hear the rest of everything that's going on. So tell us about your journey with Parkinson's, brother.
Well, it began, I mean, like everybody does, I know that has been suffering through it. It just started one day. I just noticed that my left hand was shaking a little bit and I couldn't stop it. And I had remembered that from when Maurice had been dealing with it. And he would be doing the same thing. He would be in the studio and suddenly his left hand would start shaking. Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe I learned I got this. And it took me about a year or so to get looked at like most men. And finally, I got it looked at, and they confirmed it. And I kind of rejoiced because I thought it was something else. I thought it was something else that I wasn't prepared to try to deal with. And turned out it was that. And I kind of said, "Thank you, God. I've been around the world 5 times. If this is what I got to deal with, I'll take it."
Mm-hmm. Wow. So tell us about the project that we were looking at. From my understanding, 95% of the people that were in that video, and if you guys want to check out the video, just go to YouTube and put in "Sing a Song" by Sheldon Reynolds, and you can see the whole song. Maybe some thongs. Sheldon, you're not wearing a thong in that, are you, Sheldon? We don't want to see that. But you can hear that's a slip of it. I don't know where my head was, man. Fellas, I'm sorry, fellas. See, I wouldn't be talking like that if Ryan or Tracy was on. But anyway, you redid that song and had all those people help you out too. So what was that experience like for all these people to be joining this guy who used to sing with Earth, Wind, and Fire in a video on a legendary song like that? Whose idea was that?
Well, it was kind of, I wanted to do something that brought some positivity to the subject. Mm-hmm. And not always so negative and everybody down and fatal and feeling like everything, the world is ending and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And we were working with some people out of San Diego who were doing Parkinson's, research and stuff like that. And the people that were in the video was a choir that was part of all the people in the choir had Parkinson's.
Wow. And
they agreed to sing on it, and I got them, and I got my wife who was in there, and one of my sons is in there, and actually all my kids are in there. Mm-hmm. And we basically had a wonderful time, joyful noise, as we said, and just enough just to bring a little positivity into their lives. So you don't think they just got to wrap it up and keel over and forget about living anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You also wrote an article called "Shake It Off" that was part of the Parkinson's. I don't recall the name of the magazine it's from, but if you want to Google "Shake It Off" by Sheldon Reynolds, it's kind of a little bit of more of an overview of what your story is and what you're doing. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, it was real moving. I mean, I teared up a lot.
Yeah, I bet. Now, how about the crazy coincidence that 2 guys from Earth, Wind, and Fire both have come with Parkinson's, but even more crazy than that, your middle name is Maurice.
Right. Well,
how about that?
We used to regarding the Parkinson's part, we used to he and I used to laugh about it all the time because we were like, I told him, I said, I wanted to be following your footsteps and you know, do some legendary stuff if I can. If God give me the strength. He said, well, you can do that, but you got to take everything. You can't take just the good. You got to take the bad too.
Okay. So you got to take that too. Thanks, Maurice. Okay. Well, look, again, we appreciate you being here tonight. Definitely wanted to talk about that. We can touch on it again before the show is done, but thanks again for being here. Let's play some music now. Okay, Flash?
I got you covered, brother.
Let's go. Were you one of the 38 guys in this picture that was a part of Sun?
Yeah, I'm a little bit on the right side.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. We'll have to take. We'll take your word for it, bro. We don't know. So that was one early in your career. You were with Sun, one of the funky groups again from Ohio, and I remember that song particularly very well from the '70s and stuff like that. So you said you don't remember a whole lot about your time with Sun. That must have been a brief experience, or what?
No, it's just been too many experiences.
Okay.
I got to tell you, man, we were fans of Sun out here on the West Coast.
Yes,
That was, man, Sun is here, Radiation Level. It was so many songs. And I think what got us was the theatrics of the intros of the song. It just reeled us in, and then it just went bananas.
Well, I got one story about Sun that's kind of funny.
Okay, let's go.
We flew into the first trip I ever made out of the country was to Rio, Brazil, and that's where Sun was going to play a concert. And we got down there, and the only people that came out there when we came out of the airport into the lobby, people started screaming, and we thought they were screaming for us. We turned around, they were looking past us, and we turned around behind us, and there was a whole bunch of road cases that said Earth, Wind, and Fire. And we were sitting there like, hey, they're looking for Earth, Wind, and Fire. We were too. We were like, where they at?
Ouch. Well, that'll humble you. That'll humble. But that was also a precursor.
Tour? Was that tour?
Which one? The Rio tour?
Yeah, was that the live Rio tour?
That was 1980.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you said that was the first time you were out of the country? You went to Brazil?
That was my first trip out of the country. We went down.
That's nice. That's not a bad little start, man.
What was really fun is we got to the gig and we thought we were going to be, in a rock concert where they would come to see us. We got on stage and the next to where we were playing, we were in a convention hall. There was about 200 people there.
Wow.
Well,
we thought we were big time. So we kept hearing this drum beat going on behind us, and it was shaking the building we were in. It was going boom, 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 boom.
Oh, wow.
We were like, who is that? Where is that coming from? They said the stadium next door. Queen is over there.
Oh.
You're lucky you got 200 people, man.
Right.
You're lucky you got that.
Oh,
you got the 200 people that couldn't get into the Queen show.
Let's go see something.
The overflow crowd.
That was a landmark Queen performance too. That was their first time in Rio too.
Yeah. Earth, Wind, Fire was there, Queen was there, and we were there.
Wow.
Trying to get backstage.
Right.
Say hello to D Minor. He's joining us here tonight too. D Minor, that's Sheldon Reynolds. Of course, Big Brother, CJ Flash, and me. You know that.
Rock and roll.
D.
Okay.
Sir?
What's going on,
We're
dude?
just getting started. We're talking about his time with Sun.
Yeah.
And you were there, what, 2-3 years with Sun? Is that about right?
3 years, I think it was.
3 years. Okay. You were youngster, though. So that's why you don't remember much. That's your story, and you're sticking to it. It's your story.
I don't remember nothing. I was a youngin'.
Acting up. All right, go ahead, Flash. What else you got?
My radiation level is getting mighty high. sky. My radiation level is getting mighty hot. Take me to the sky. I wanna fly away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off the sun.
That's that radiation level. You said you played on that one, right?
I think I sang on it because I don't hear my guitar. That's not my guitar that's playing.
Oh, no. So you could hear a song 40 years later and you can hear your guitar playing on it?
I know my style, and I know that sounds like Keith Cheatham. That sounds like his style.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
It
It
All
sounds
right,
like
cool.
I know I sang on it, but I don't remember playing that part.
That's crazy. We talk to so many artists on this show that do so much music like you do. And a lot of times CJ would play a song and who's that? Well, just last week we had Jeannie Tracy on. And who's that? And we said, that's you. And she's like you. She didn't remember doing the song. You guys
Yeah.
must live and breathe music, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, Flash, breathe some more music into this show. Go ahead, bro.
Marvin, he was a friend of mine, and he could sing a song. His heart in every line. Marvin sang of the joy and pain. He opened up our minds. And I still can hear him say, oh, talk to me so you can see what's going on. Say you will sing your song forevermore. Gonna be some sweet sound coming down.
On the Night Shift. That's a nice song.
Beautiful.
Nice, easy song.
Very special story on that song.
Go for it.
I ended up singing background on it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't supposed to be there because I wouldn't I wouldn't say invited, but I wasn't supposed to be on that song that day. Well, what happened was I was staying with one of the background singers I was living in. I had just moved into his place because I moved to LA right around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And the phone rang in the apartment, and I was there by myself, and there was somebody on the phone, and she was like, "I'm looking for Sonny." And I said, "Sonny ain't here." And she said, "Wow, he's gonna miss a big one." I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "Well, my name is Saida Garrett, and I'm calling for a background session for some singers to sing on a song about the Commodores." And I said, "Well, I play with the Commodores."
Mm.
And she said, "Well, what you doing?" I said, "Nothing." She said, "Just be ready in an hour and I'll pick you up." Ended up singing on the background for that song.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Won a Grammy too, right?
Yeah.
So when a group like that wins a Grammy and there's like 5-6 members, does everybody get one? You got one? You got a Grammy in your house somewhere for that song?
No, I got nominations, but I got that on my own.
Okay. All right.
But the Hollywood Walk of Fame, they gave us all one.
Okay. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But the Commodores, you took the place of Thomas McClary, who was an original member of the Commodores. He started in 84, left them in 87, and went to Earth, Wind, and Fire after that. So 3 years with the Commodores, weren't quite as big at that time as they were when Lionel was with them, but they were still doing things. They still had a good name. So what are your memories have been with Lionel? I'm sorry. So what was it like with the Commodores? A little better than Sun. I imagine you were playing to more than 200 people like you did with Sun, right?
Yeah, it was mega. They were still getting a lot of mega concerts when we went overseas, especially. And they were the ones that gave me the big break. And gave me the education to know how to carry yourself when you're traveling with these guys and being on the stage with them and all that kind of stuff. And I thank them. I'm thankful to them for believing in me because they took me right out of Cincinnati. They had one of the guys, two of the guys that was in Commodores, work with the Commodores. One was a sax player, and the other one was the road manager. They were from Dayton and Cincinnati.
Wow.
And Cecil Willingham was the road manager, and Don Bynum was the sax player who I grew up with. Mm-hmm. And I came to LA on my own one time. About a month before this happened, I came to LA and hustled my tapes, trying to get somebody to pay attention. Nobody paid no attention. I thought. I went back to Cincinnati and got back in the club gig I was doing. And about a month later, the phone rang and it was Cecil calling me saying, "What you doing?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "You about to do something. If you want to gig, you got to take it." I said, "What gig?" He said, "Commodore. We just fired the guitar player and we need a guitar player and you're it."
And you say, "Yeah, let me think about it for a second." Okay.
Ricky Hill 3 times and you get ready to leave home.
Well, if I may say, prayers and condolences to the Gaye family. Jan Gaye, the second wife of Marvin Gaye, just joined the night shift.
Oh, wow.
Oh, did she? Oh, man, we didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, she passed away today.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I know that years ago when Michael Jackson passed away, you guys kind of rewrote it and added him into that song. And you re-recorded it too and added Michael Jackson into the night shift. Is that right?
Not that I know of.
Yes, that's what I read. So we dropping knowledge there too. But great song, great tribute to some legends in this music world of ours. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate you for doing that one too. So let's keep it going, Flash.
Ow, she's a breath. Ow. She's 90, just letting it all hang out. Ow, she's a breath. Ow. I like lady stack, that's a fact. Ain't holding nothing back. Ow, she's a breath. Ow. Well, put together, everybody knows. This is how the story goes.
Never heard that before.
Well, I'm sure even in Brazil you was hearing that one, man.
This is a demo. This is a demo. We don't even know if it's gonna make the record.
The funny one is where we'd have drummers coming in. When I joined the band, we had drummers coming in auditioning for the gig, and most of them had problems playing that intro drum lick.
Oh wow!
Really?
And that was if you couldn't play that, you couldn't get the gig. So. Yeah. And we had about 5 guys coming in there.
Wow.
They'd be killer guys. They play the crap out of everything else, but they couldn't put that intro into that song.
That's interesting. And then, of course, you know what a lot of people don't realize that that was not Lionel singing that. That was Walter Orange, who also played drums for the Commodores. So he played drums on that song. So you know he wasn't going to let nobody come in if they couldn't play the opening to the song when he was the one who played the opening to the song, right?
Yeah, he sat down and showed them, and they still couldn't get it.
Wow.
That's interesting.
You should have got me. I could play that on my table right now.
Right. When the guy that got it, he played it with one hand. He made sure they knew he could play it. I'm going to play this song. I ain't losing this gig.
Sheldon, in coming into the Commodores, did you come in at the same time that J.D. Nicholas came in? I know he was with Heatwave for a short sprint.
About a year and a half before him.
Oh, okay.
Spent the first year before he came in. I knew him because he was coming out of Ohio from England, but he was coming out of Ohio when I knew him.
Yeah, Heatwave, right?
And Heatwave, and he's staying in Ohio then. And I met him back there, but then he came to LA and got the gig with the Commodores, and we ended up being best mates.
Don't get me started on these accents. Now, let me ask you this. So, well, I speak a lot of different languages, Sheldon. They don't want to admit it, but I do.
Don't believe the hype, bro.
I have accents.
This dude thinks he speaks 27 different languages.
And I'm not going to do it tonight because we do it on the show.
I got a JD from the Commodores and James Brown story.
Okay.
Listen.
Real short.
Go ahead.
We met in a hotel lobby. Me and him were walking around, and James Brown came out of the elevator. And JD was so excited he wanted to meet James Brown. We ran into him and started talking to him. But James couldn't understand because he was talking in a British talk. He was saying, "Hey, Mike, I love your music, Mike." You know. And James Brown responds, and he's like,
that would be an interesting conversation there.
I'm standing in the middle, and I'm just like bewildered. What? Neither one of them could understand even the other one.
I did not know JD was British, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's from England, from London.
Okay. And like I was saying before, there's another time to plug these guys. Soul TV. We have a lot of viewers and everything that come from the UK and come from over on that side of the pond, as we like to say. So if you're out there, shout yourselves out and let us know that you're watching Sheldon Reynolds and IRTS Live tonight. It's Tuesday. We got all the fellas in the house, the almighty DJ CJ Flash. We got Big Russ, and we have got the Encyclopedia Brown Tanica, and God bless our girl Kim Batiste, because she actually spelled it out. I've never seen it just spelled out like that. So you are Encyclopedia Brown Tanica. I'd say put on a t-shirt, but it wouldn't fit, man. You know, so Sheldon, we call young Damien Encyclopedia Brown Tanica because he knows everything about everything, man. He can tell you who was the third tuba player on
that's Russ.
No.
This guy.
No. This guy, Sheldon, this dude right here, he can tell you who was the background singers on Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, wow.
That's Russ.
Yes. Claim it.
Mr. Liner Notes. Mr. Liner Notes right there.
Claim
bro.
it. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Keep that music going, CJ.
Listen to me, brothers. Listen well. Brothers, we've got something to tell. You can't run around being a married man, not taking care of business very well. You've got to keep yourself together if you dig on what you got. 'Cause what you got can show up mean a lot. If you ain't taking care of business, this you must expect. Love gets the crowd when it's
Would that have been your part right there? Would that have been your part?
Yeah, one night I played it backwards. I played it wrong one night.
Oh, what
One
happened?
night when I had been off for a while, and I got out there and I hadn't played with him in a good while at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I started playing Fancy Dancer instead of Trot Trot. And one of them looked back at me and said, nice groove, wrong song.
So,
And I was like,
see,
whoops.
yeah.
I do that.
So you and James Brown's band, you getting fined for that one, right?
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
he turned around. That'll be $2.
Oh, you start off with get out. No.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Flash, keep going, bro.
Even the sky so very dear, yeah. a star.
It sounds familiar.
Sheldon, it sounds familiar too.
Getting warmer.
We can get one of them that you know, bro. How tall are you, man? Because you're standing up over everybody.
I'm only 6'3", but they're shorter.
Okay, you looking like Shaquille O'Neal playing, with all these little guys, man. You taller than Verdine's hair.
Now Verdine's pompadour is posting them up though.
That's right. Back to back. All right, so now you are joining Earth, Wind, and Fire, the elements, and so this is about 1987. So I'm sure you grew up just like we
did. Picture
did.
was taken. That was when I met Andrew that day.
Oh wow.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew came.
Okay.
Right, well, I can't point. We're right here. But I met Andrew that day. He didn't know who I was. He thought I was in the security.
Well, yeah.
And he tried to whisper to Maurice. He said, "Is he a new security guard?"
Wow.
You're big enough. So you like the rest of us, you were listening to Earth and Fire probably half your life, and now you can't believe you're working with them, right? Now, how did that happen? Just happen to get another phone call?
You need a couple shows for that.
Okay. Well, we got one show, and you got about 2 minutes. Go.
Great. No, we were. I was with. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot something.
Okay.
When I sang on night shift, that was the same day I met Maurice.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay.
In the same building, he was recording some record with Barbara Streisand or something. He was doing something. He was producing her.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just went to his office trying to meet him a couple of days before that, and when I heard he was in the studio, I called the office and talked to his sister, who I had met that day before, and I told her, I said, Maurice is in the building where I'm at, and I would love to meet him if it's okay. I don't want to just barge in the studio, but I would love to meet him. And she said, you stay where you're at. I'll call him and have him come out. And he came out, and we hit it off, and we ended up being my big brother, and he was my big brother.
Yeah.
And that's actually in the White House.
In the White House.
Wow.
The picture you just showed was in the White House.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
That must have been during the Obama administration, bro.
No,
No.
Clinton.
Bill Clinton, almost.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That would have been my second choice. Yeah.
Said Obama. No.
Nobody else was letting Earth, Wind, and Fire in the White House except for Bill and Barack.
That was the Arsenio administration. That's what
Did you?
Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
Well, Sheldon, I wanted to ask: did you, by any chance, work with Maurice on his solo album that came out in '85?
That's when I met him. I met him right when he was in that album.
Okay.
And I played on. I wrote a song that didn't make the album, but then I ended up playing on. I forget the name of the song, but it was a good song. I did a solo on that song.
Wow.
And one song on that album that I dug was "I Need You." That's a beautiful song.
I love
that's
that
a
song.
beautiful song.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a great album. He didn't get the respect he should have got on that record.
Exactly.
But because they let off with "Stand By Me," nobody was
Yeah.
They shouldn't have let off with it. People should have been able to find that song on the record.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what made Maurice a genius to you? Because he was a genius to all of us.
He knew who to
What
call.
did you see that we didn't see?
He knew who to call.
Mm.
He knew to put together different. He was a master of putting together puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
He picked guys who all complimented each other. It didn't have to be the best musician in the world. He just had to be able to work with the rest of the musicians in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a master of that. Same with Quincy Jones. That's why they're my favorite two producers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a difference when you know how to put it together.
Mm-hmm. Flash, jump in there. I know you want to talk about your friend
No,
Maurice.
I have nothing to add. He's right on point. He was right there.
Mhm.
I can only speculate.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm yeah, he's right there.
I'm just waiting on
right
Flash
there.
to let loose.
Yeah.
To let
CJ was
loose.
standing by. Yeah.
He's such a big Earth, Wind and Fire fan. I know he's got things he need to add.
He is.
So I'm just,
He's seldom so sure. He is really. He is the biggest Earth, Wind and Fire fan that I know.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
I'm just waiting on him to drop some nuggets or ask some questions.
I have to soak it all up right now.
Okay.
He's giving me the he's actually completing the puzzle piece that I had the arc from when Earth, Wind and Fire started tailing off after 85, and then the solo album Maurice, and then when Earth, Wind and Fire comes back with the Millennial album. That's the arc that he's completing for me. So that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, we'll play some more music and then let's keep it going.
All right.
Do you remember when it was like September? Love was changing the mind of pretender while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars rolled the night away.
Were you playing on that song, Sheldon?
Man, I wasn't even. I was 19 years old when it came out.
Oh, well, you just never know. I'm thinking, please, somebody tell me that they get residuals every time they hear that song in a movie.
For one main reason.
This,
My birthday.
Say that again?
My birthday is in September.
oh, okay,
All right.
okay. All right. They play that song everywhere, man. You would think that every time black folks got together, they play in September and dancing in the living room, you know?
It's not
It's
just
like-
black people.
Yeah.
It's got
True.
inducted into some kind of big government thing. What is it, like what do you call it? I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but the song is one of the most played songs in the world.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
is.
Definitely.
It's in the archives of Library of Congress or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, is it a song that the band likes? Because I get the feeling that as deep as this stuff could get with some of the stuff that they were doing, that September was kind of like a fluff. I mean, it makes all the money, the biggest hit,
Yeah.
but it probably wasn't. I just get the feeling it wasn't one of their favorite songs.
No, but there's a couple that fall into that category.
Mhm.
I won't say which ones, but
I can imagine.
Okay, we'll
I'll
say it and you
pinpoint-
just nod your head. How
That's
about
right.
that?
I said Boogie Wonderland,
Yeah.
Let's Groove. Those are the main ones, and September. I get it totally. Might be one or two other ones, but
What about the cover? What about "Got to Get You in Your Life"?
that was a killer there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that had to be fun to play.
They took that song and made a home run out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's true. They did.
Really?
Grand slam, they
Yeah.
just slammed it, took it and slammed it
Yeah.
against the wall and said, we're gonna do it this way.
hmm
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
Paul McCartney said he said that was the best remake anybody had done of one of their songs.
yeah,
Right.
hands down. Right?
Just the intro alone, but that's
Yeah.
Take that. That's what
Yeah.
we're gonna do.
Incredible.
My favorite song from Earth, Wind and Fire is "Getaway."
You have a favorite?
I have a favorite song from them. It's "Getaway" because
Is
of the
it the
power,
horns?
the horns, the bass. Verdine was killing it. Or Phillips' vocals were just soaring, and then that breakdown. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, ticka-ticka-ticka.
Yeah.
You know, that to me, that is power.
Yeah, I think
Wait, do that part again. Do that part again.
Ticka-ticka-ticka. Dun-dun-dun-dun, get away. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Don't get me started. It's too late.
I love the song, but we used to hate to play it sometimes
Yeah,
Right.
because we had all that pyrotechnics on the stage,
Oh.
and the choreographer and all these stage people that were putting the show together. And it was just they just loved blowing up stuff.
Mm.
They always wanted to blow up stuff right at the beginning of that song. We said, "Ba-da-da, pow!" We'd be ducking.
Oh, I
Yeah,
bet.
but the horns are going crazy on that one. I mean,
And the
to me, it's
music
like if you
would
guys ever
stop.
wanted to hear the power of Earth, Wind, and Fire, listen to that song. You know,
Yeah,
Wow.
which one do you like to play?
September.
Oh.
You just said
No, he said that was some of the
And
people in the band they didn't like.
yeah,
playing it in
tired
the
of
band.
playing it. But he liked to play it.
Oh, yeah, but you were singing lead on that one, right?
He sang lead.
I sang lead on it, but it was mainly because it was just an uplifting trip.
Mm-hmm.
It was just enough of the commercial and serious to make it work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Jerry, you have a favorite of Wind and Fire? It's so hard. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
See, I tried to do that. That was when I first met. When I first got back into radio after my 20-year layoff between college and just being out of radio and got back into radio, I was challenged by Morris Knight to give me my favorite 100 songs. It was just kind of a way to get to know each other. And I had really had to give it some thought. And I started, stand in front of all my Earth, Wind and Fire albums, and I started picking them out. And, that's the way of the world. And After the Love Is Gone and Reason, of course. But I said, but one always came back to Getaway. So I can probably tell you a favorite song by pretty much any group that I love, any artist that I love. I know a lot of people can't do that, don't do it, but I can.
I
have my favorite one of all of them. You never guess it.
Boogie Wonderland.
Faces?
No.
Song in My Heart?
On Your Face.
I write a song.
Devotion.
No.
You're right. We give up. What is it?
All About Love.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a great song too.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely.
The day that Maurice passed, I was sitting there listening to that song all day.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I listened to it like he just wrote it yesterday. Trust me.
The reason I
CJ
liked it
and
so
I-
much, it reminded me so much of how he was as a person and
Mm-hmm.
his aura that he carried about himself. And that was my favorite.
I haven't heard that one in a while. I'm writing that down to listen
Paint
to
a
it.
pretty smile each day. Loving is a blessing. Never let it fade away. It's all about love.
Yep.
That's a good
That was
choice.
the man.
Good. Now, do you guys do that in the show, or did you do it in shows?
We
I
did
don't
it
remember.
a few times. We didn't do it all the time, but we had too many songs to do.
Too many.
Yeah. CJ and I we go back and forth. Actually, not even back and forth because he doesn't budge. But my favorite, I actually go back. I argue with myself. Rough, huh? I go back and forth. So, for me? It's Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit is that's the one I keep coming back. That's the album that I listen to, as DJs say, from lip to label, over and over and over. I just can't stop listening to that record.
I tell you one that used to make me cry all the time.
What's that?
The song that was on that album before that,
Head to the Sky.
No, Imagination.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a great song
The
too.
very ending of that song, we used to do it live. And it was like an angelic part that went on. And we sang it at the concerts, and it was we stopped the music and let the audience sing it. It made me go to tears every night.
wow.
It sounded like it sounded like the second coming was it already happened.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because there is an Angels mix of that song.
Imagination. Yeah.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
I
The
gotta
one that,
find it. I mean, hit me with it.
what?
Okay,
Oh,
we'll send
hold
it
on.
tonight.
Hold on. No.
Uh-oh. Look at him.
Oh,
This is the music director over there. He got you, bro.
Oh, cool.
That song Imagination is just wow.
Is what it sounds like.
So I imagine my heart with you. See what imagination it can do. It's not hard to conceive. Love is to see. Imagining you. Imagining me. All can see. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la. Ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la, ba la 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 la. Ba la 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 la.
is beautiful.
This is the ending. The ending is the part that's really special.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the whole song is just like it's like a perfect combination of black music and the Vatican.
The Vatican. What the Pope got to do with that song, man? Come on now.
We started off with Ominous Dominus.
What Dominus Ominous.
Every show.
Dominus Ominous, yeah. You're right. Go in peace, my son. I apologize. I apologize. All right. Kim Batiste, who's our secondary Encyclopedia Britannica, wants to know, and she's hit this up, and I think she probably got her answer correct, her question
Fair
correct.
but so uncool.
Fair but so uncool. Have you sung on that one?
Did you guys play that?
Say
Did you guys ever play that in concert?
No,
Fair but so uncool.
No, I used to love that song, but we never played it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she threw me off at first because it was a cameo song that she made.
Yeah, she don't be so cool. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know nothing about cameo, but okay. You really know what you're talking about. So, all right, that's great stuff. Great stuff. We're watching IRTS Live. It's Tuesday night, so that must mean we are here. We have got Sheldon Reynolds, 14 years, a lead singer and vocalist for Earth, Wind, and Fire. He spent some time with the Commodores. He spent some time with Sun. He's spending some time with us tonight. You get the almighty CJ Flash. You get Big Russ. I'm Jerry Dove. Encyclopedia Britannica is in this little box right here below me in just a moment. So look, all these years you've been in the business, I found a bunch of pictures of some people that you met and hung out with, and we know a couple of them. So let's talk about the time you met and hung out with Brian Culbertson, he's a good friend of those two guys right here. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Brian, he's a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like the combination of one of the best stage performers with playing chops and just out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
And we wrote a couple songs together that went number one on the smooth jazz charts.
Nice.
And that's some outside of Earth, Wind, and Fire. That was one of the most special times of my life to playing with him.
Oh wow,
that's nice.
That's cool.
Okay, this must have been around that same time here, because now we're looking at you with Brian, Larry Dunn, and is that Larry Graham in there too?
That's Graham.
Yeah,
I almost froze when I played with him.
Yeah.
Wow. Larry Graham.
Almost froze, but he's such a nice guy. We toured with him with Earth, Wind, and Fire. When we played with him on that picture there, we were in Japan. And I was actually playing his music, the Sign of Family Stone. And I remember he walked up to me when we were going to start Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself. And I stood there and looked at him, and he was like, "You got it." And I stood there like he was an alien, and I was like, "I can't believe this." I had to pop my finger and wake myself up. I was like, "My God."
Wow.
That was my favorite song. That was my favorite group before Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Nice. Speaking of favorites, here's one of my favorites. What in the world are you sitting there doing with Prince? What you doing with Prince, man?
That's when he came to Cincinnati, his first tour.
Wow.
He played at Scott Bogart's, and he sat down. I was sitting there, and he sat down at that right there where we were near the backstage area. And I said, "Can I take a picture with you?" And he just kind of said, "Yeah." And
wow.
I was gone because I didn't know who he was before I got to that concert, but I knew it after he finished playing.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad you held on to that one.
The medallion.
Yeah, I like that African medallion right there.
With the turtleneck and the leather, or the pleather. Is that pleather or leather?
Wow.
That was my militant days.
Yeah, it was.
And them Link Hayes sideburns, all right too, bro.
Sheldon, what year was that?
That was probably like I was graduated, so probably 79 or 80.
So this will be about that was probably right after he left Maurice.
Who's that?
Prince. Because wasn't he in his camp at one point? He was almost about to join them because Maurice was cited to produce Prince.
Oh, I don't know about that. I never heard about
Is
that.
that right? Well, see, that's why we call him the Encyclopedia Britannica. He says stuff like that, man.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think he was cited to produce Michael as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to
Wow.
do, but Quincy had worked with Michael.
Yeah.
But they threw Maurice's name in the hat for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one more picture here. Now this is random.
Oh yeah.
Tito.
Wow.
With the
That's
bolo
guy-
hat.
Toriano.
That's the guy that got me started.
Really?
Wow.
Tito can play. I'm telling you this now. Tito.
Yeah, we know. We know.
yeah.
Big fans of Tito Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Definitely play, man.
Mhm.
Man, he's underrated like a mug, but he can play.
Yeah. He did
How
a
did-
solo concert some years ago out this way in the Bay Area, and it was
Yeah,
fire. He's
Play
really
the hell out
good.
of some blues.
Oh yeah.
How did he get you started?
Jackson 5 when they came out, I was blown away. I was like, I went to see. Ironically, I went to see Jackson 5 they came to Cincinnati, and it was the first time I saw him. And the band opened up for them. It was the Commodores.
Mm,
I didn't know that much later I would be in the band.
mhm.
But I just love the Jacksons because they were my age. They were from where I was from,
Mhm.
basically, and they were inspiration.
Was that the first concert you went to?
First concert was Aretha Franklin.
Oh wow.
That's what got me in music, and really, it's because I got to her concert and I almost got killed that night because
Oh, snap.
we had my mom was in a car accident with us in the car,
Oh no.
Mm.
and somebody ran a red light and hit us
Mm.
right outside the window, right outside the arena.
Mm.
And we got in there just in time and shook it off and said, "Thank God we made it. We did make it."
Thank God for
So this was before the show.
He said we shook it
You
off.
shook it off and went in to see Riri, right?
cars were made out of steel,
We got
bro.
to see Riri. We can't miss Riri. Man.
You can pay for this ticket. We get
Leave
in
it
here.
there. It's smoking. It's okay. We'll be in the show. We'll come after.
Right.
Yeah.
Mom was like, "You all right? Let's go."
Let's go.
My mama said, "Limp your ass into this show. Let's go. Come on,
Right, let's go.
shake it off. Shake it off."
Put some tussin on it.
That was fantastic.
Right.
Tussin on it.
You
We know.
Ohio folks are tough. Y'all built for it tough. Man.
I'm cold and heat. It's either too cold or too hot.
Mm.
Wow.
900 degrees in the
Amazing.
summertime and 900 degrees below zero in the wintertime.
Right.
Mm.
So your first concert is Aretha Franklin. Your first time out of the country is Rio.
Wow.
You
With
know how to do it big,
Queen
bro.
and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right.
You're gonna do it right. Do it
I
right.
guess so. I guess so.
I
I
hear
guess so. Flash, you got a little more music for us? I got some
I
other
want to
things I
ask
want to talk
Damien. I'm
about.
sorry. Can I ask Damien? Damien,
Okay,
what was
go
your
ahead.
first concert?
Oh,
Huh?
My first concert,
Yeah.
the Temptations and the Supremes
Oh wow.
and the Spinners.
Wow.
I got a secret for you.
ah,
What's that?
Felipe Wynn,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
my cousin.
What?
Oh,
What?
what? Oh, wait. Okay, wait.
that
Wait,
deserves a
hold on.
close up. Wait a minute. Say-
Wait.
Say that again. What?
Hold on, run that by me again.
My mom's second cousin.
Wow.
Okay, we are bowing down right now because
Yeah.
everybody on this panel is a
Okay.
huge Felipe Wynn fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Mhm.
Okay.
I still tear up every time I hear him sing.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Man,
Wow. So
Yeah.
then you were there when Felipe was singing with the house guests, Bootsy Collins, Catfish Collins, Felipe Wynn.
I was
Before
too
he-
young to hang out with them because my mother wouldn't let me hang out with them.
Wow.
Gee, I wonder why.
but I didn't know of them. I could hear him outside, but I couldn't go in.
Wow.
Mhm.
So this is more than likely before he went off to Detroit.
Right.
Yeah, before he got with GC and them.
Yeah.
He gave me my first limo ride.
Wow.
Oh.
When he came back with the Spinners, he came out to our house and picked us up and took us around the neighborhood.
Mm.
I was leaning out the window like I was something else. I was like, "Look at me, check it out."
So we're gonna add that to your first. The first concert is Aretha. First trip overseas is to Rio. Your first limo ride. Felipe Wynn of the Spinners. How about that?
Who is his cousin?
Who's
Yeah.
your cousin?
Yes.
Right.
That's his
Wow.
kinfolk in them.
I never
Wow.
knew that.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta
So-
tell you, when Felipe joined forces with Parliament Funkadelic, I first of all, as soon as I heard the song, I heard his voice. This is before the internet, so you didn't know anything about rumors, or you had to just hear about it or read about it in the newspaper or in
Right,
Jet
right.
magazine or something. And when I first heard him with Parliament, it was a total different. It was so familiar but so different at the same time
Mhm.
that I just could not wait to see what else was coming from this.
Right.
And I just, the 15-minute version of Knee Deep,
Oh man, that's the one.
yeah, dude, it's just, it's that song alone should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by
Mhm.
itself.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mhm.
By itself.
By
It
itself.
is. If we had enough time, I'd show you my my air guitar solo on that song.
Oh,
I'm sure it's legendary.
Oh my God, bro!
it is mine. It is. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
just
It
don't
is.
know. If Planet Hollywood was still open, you see my plaque up on the wall there. Planet Hollywood.
Right. Right.
My air guitar is legendary, bro. On that song, oh,
I got ants in my pants and I need to dance.
Mhm.
Who saw
Right.
that coming? Who saw him going to Parliament Funkadelic? Because, like you said, like Russ said, we couldn't hear no internet rumors or anything like that. It just seemed like he just all of a sudden he left the Spinners, and he's with Parliament Funkadelic. What?
Well, the connection was Bootsy.
Right.
House
Yeah,
guest,
Bootsy.
Bootsy
Yeah.
Catfish.
Right.
My
That was the
hometown hero.
connection.
Yeah.
Bootsy was our hometown hero, man.
Yeah.
Call,
Yeah.
you come running.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, still is, still
Yeah.
is.
Definitely
Yeah.
ours for sure.
Mhm.
All
Sure.
right, we are here tonight with Sheldon Reynolds. We got a little bit more time with him. Go ahead, Flash. Surprise us with something else.
Well, Russ, I'm gonna double back. You said it was hard for you to pick Earth, Wind, and Fire, one of your favorites, but I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
Every man has a place. In his heart, there's a space. And the world can't erase his fantasies. Take a ride in the sky on a ship, fantasize. All your dreams will come true right away. And we live together until the twilight of never.
Is that your favorite, Russ?
no,
Oh,
It's
it
good.
is not. It is my favorite to play.
Okay.
okay.
So as a DJ, it is my favorite to play, and it's one of my crowning achievements was finding a remix for that song when remixes weren't really that abundant. I found this remix, this stripped down remix of that song that I play. I like to play it at sound check when we're at concerts, really loud in its entirety. It's just, yeah. It's incredible. I do love that song. It's not my favorite. My favorites are probably one of the slow songs, but or Changing Times off the Rays album.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great song. That's my favorite song to play. My favorite Earth, Wind, Fire song to play.
Okay.
Good call,
Yeah.
Flash.
Sheldon, I had a question. Who did you actually replace in the group? Was it Roland Bautista or was it Johnny Graham? I know Al McKay was long gone by that point, but who out of those two in particular did you actually step in for?
Both of them. I had to be two people.
Really?
I was a utility man. I came in. Maurice hired me because I could imitate him in the vocal range, and I would cover Philip when he was singing lead, so because he couldn't do his lead in the background at the same time. And I was a utility man doing both of them, and then I was playing. At one point, I was playing by myself on the guitar, so I had to cover Johnny Graham, Al McKay, and Roller.
Wow.
And that's why I'm fighting Parkinson's now, because I got confused.
No. Oh, man. But that's a lot of talent. Look. Good. Check this
Yeah,
picture out right here.
Oh,
That's why I'm confused right now, right? Looking at that.
Yeah, that picture is there. That's what confuses there. Look out behind you, Sheldon. This guitar is growing out of you.
Yeah, I'm covering too many people in there.
Oh yeah.
What is this? A chair or what is this right here? Some kind of sculpture? Or what are we looking at?
It's a chair.
Wow.
Yeah,
In your house?
No, so some company put it together and put it at a convention I went to.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
At the
Pretty cool.
NAMM show.
Oh, at the NAMM show.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want one more
So
picture.
what's your brand of choice? What do you play?
My favorite is a Strat.
Okay.
But I really bounce between Strat and a 335.
Nice.
Okay.
I want to show one more.
I'm nodding my head like I really know what you're talking about. But I do know what a Strat is.
Yeah, the Gibson, the same thing Tito played. B.B. King.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I wanted to show one more picture because you talked about your cousin being Felipe Wynn. You got to be cousins with Neil deGrasse Tyson here, man. You got to. tell me that's your cousin.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I wish he was because I would love to learn from him.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a brooch?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a brooch you wearing?
That's a brooch. Are you two related?
Yeah, they definitely related. Y'all cousins or something.
You and Jerry?
Humongous brooch.
They get us out at the family reunion.
You get a brooch. It's a weapon. You can take it off and throw it at people, man. That thing's huge.
Chinese fighting star.
All right, Flash, give us a few more songs, and we're going to let this man go on about his night. Go ahead, bro.
Curveball.
Sunday morning, you're gonna find my love shining on. You're gonna find my love. Ooh, I'm waiting. I'm forever anticipating your face on my pillow. You're the sunshine pouring through my window, and like rains on the vine, love is sweet all the time, and you were made to love. Sunday morning, I'll be waiting. Sunday morning till your love.
You know a little bit about that song there, don't you, Sheldon?
It don't ring a bell.
Well, let me remind you, you wrote it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was born on Sunday morning at 5:30 a.m. That's what I wrote. That's what made me get inspiration to call it Sunday morning.
Love the
And Maurice-
video.
I wrote the track by myself, but Maurice came over and heard it. And he fell in love with it,
Mhm.
and put the lyrics together with Ollie Willis, who wrote September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we were three of us.
Rest
wrote
in
that.
peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Did you work with her a lot?
No, that was the only thing I did. I submitted some stuff to her, but she didn't have time because she got called home.
Okay.
Earlier, you mentioned smooth jazz with Brian, and you were part of probably two of the biggest groups to kind of lay the groundwork for that smooth jazz pathway, so to speak. There was Foreplay, and then there was Urban Nights. Yeah, the Urban Nights 2 record is something is very overlooked. So I want to take my hat off to you, man. That Urban Nights 2 record was solid, really solid piece.
Well, I have to say, man, that was a joy to be involved with, and playing with Brian was on the Bring Back the Funk record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was my favorite project that I've been involved with outside of doing stuff by myself. Because we had so many musicians in there. Everybody came to play on that record. All the real cats, as you call them, showed up, and they left their egos outside, and we just had a ball.
Nice. Now you also have speaking of what you're doing now, or talking about what you're doing now, you get your own little group, Kalimba. Kalimba, that's your group. That's your ode to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Tell us about Kalimba.
Kalimba is a tribute act. You know, they do tributes to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they do. Sometimes they'll play it so well. Like you close your eyes, you don't know which one, if it's the real thing or if it's a tribute act. Mm-hmm. And they really bring respectable. What's the word? I usually speak English.
So they actually, you would actually, you give them credit. They're actually, there are a lot of those bands out there, they're tribute bands. They're like, please just leave it alone. But this one, you say, is pretty good.
Yeah, they really take it to heart. To try to bring some sort of respect and appreciation for the legacy.
Mm-hmm. All right, good. Now back to Earth, Wind, and Fire. You guys are on Hollywood Walk of Fame. I see you they are bent over again. Too tall to stand up next to everybody. You said that was a crazy day. What was crazy about that?
That's the one where we were down on Hollywood Boulevard at 11 o'clock in the morning, and we had a show that night in Lake Tahoe. So we had to do the ceremony. We just did the ceremony and ran to the airport. Got in those clothes. We still in those clothes we had on. Rode to LAX. Got on the plane. Flew into Reno. Got in an airport van. It took us up over the hill to get to Lake Tahoe to see this palace. We got about halfway up there, and the van went out. So we took pictures. We got pictures. Some pictures I have somewhere where we're standing over the one picture. We're standing over the Hollywood Walk of Fame star. And the next picture we're standing over some dust. And we made it into a star.
So you got these black guys up in the mountains dressed like this, standing outside a van and trying to hitch a ride to Tahoe. Is that right?
Trying to get a ride, waiting for a ride to get to Tahoe.
Stuck on the side of the road like the Commodores, and thank God it's Friday.
we went from Walk of Fame to Mountain of Shame.
Yeah. But did you make it to your show in time though?
Yeah, we got there. They couldn't go on without us.
Well, that's true. That is true. Your Earth, Wind, and Fire. I would think that they would have jetted you right in there. So helicopters and all.
They got the van there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, Sheldon, you mentioned what we were talking about earlier about the Roland Batistas and the Johnny Grahams and the Al McKays. By any chance, were you around any of those guys? Those three in particular, but did they give you any kind of word of advice or anything like that? Being that you were kind of coming in and for them.
Al is my buddy.
Okay.
That was my hero. And Johnny played on my tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire that I did. The Voted Spirit. Mm-hmm. And I never met Roland, but I do know Al. I do know Johnny.
Okay.
And they're my heroes. And Johnny is a brilliant, almost scientist when it comes to putting guitars together. Mm. And Al is just a monster. Is the king of grooving. I mean, I can't think of anybody else that I can put on that level of. I watch Al play by himself sometimes, and he just plays some stuff that I said, "Why didn't you teach me that? I'm gonna be playing the wrong stuff on stage, man." You gotta figure it out yourself. Took my gig. I ain't gonna tell you how to play it.
Good point.
Yeah, that is the master.
That's the rhythm king there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I took the bus by myself to go see the Rays tour in San Francisco at the Cow Palace. I was such a big fan, and none of my friends wanted to go. a hood cat, but I was Earth, Wind and Fire, full of Earth, Wind and Fire. I caught the bus by myself. I think I was sophomore high school, sophomore.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a great night. The lasers of the whole the theatrics of the whole thing was much bigger than my little pea-sized high school brain could grasp. But I was just in this music, and it was here in the Bay Area. Earth, Wind and Fire was one of those bands that really allowed this. We have a great melting pot here in the Bay, and the Asian community, the white community, the Black community, we all just bonded together over Earth, Wind and Fire. And when you went to the show, it was evident. And I wanted to ask, as you got into the band in the mid to late '80s, did you see that carry out, or did you see less Black people in the audience as you guys got further in your careers?
It just depends on where we were playing at. Because when we played the East Coast, it was all Black. When we played like the West Coast, it was more white. But when we played DC, that was like a home base for them. During the Gratitude and all those records that were made back then.
Right.
And we did it all on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to change the show around a lot because we changed the show to, we played in Detroit. We couldn't play all that pop stuff.
Right.
Okay, so tell me, what were the songs that dropped out that did not make the Detroit set list?
Yeah.
In the Stone and
Wait, In the Stone got cut out?
Yeah.
No way, really?
In Detroit. In Detroit. I remember in Detroit. They didn't want to hear that. They want to hear something fine.
They want to hear Mighty Mighty or something like that, right?
Yeah,
But
man.
with the main coast on wasn't playing. They was like, look, you gonna play something else.
Oh man, I like In the Stone, and I'm from Detroit. Now I feel out of place.
They wasn't playing. They wasn't listening to the Box Theater, man. They wasn't playing that.
I know even in the Bay Area, I've seen you guys in San Jose and Oakland. You got a different playlist.
Yeah.
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 Just from San Jose to Oakland.
Yeah.
You go to Concord, you play more one thing, and then you go to what's the other one?
Oakland, San Jose.
Oakland.
Yeah. Well, if you play Oakland, you play Concord, because
Right.
Black folks go to Concord. Unless you guys have a show at Oakland and Concord, then that's but
Well, it depends though, because if they would have played Concord when they were with Chicago, that's a different audience.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a totally different audience.
That's a different audience.
Yeah.
That ain't Oakland.
Yeah, you in the Stone when you play with Chicago.
You might get stoned.
Whoa. Right.
Did you do that tour with Chicago? Were you part of
No,
that?
but I played on the Chicago record though. I played on the Chicago
Oh, is
record
that
a long
right?
time ago.
Wow.
Played on the record.
Yeah, it was after Peter Cetera. After that, right?
Yeah, it was after that. Like I played on it. We played on it and it didn't come out until for about 3 or 4 years later.
Okay. So you were there with Bill Champlin and
Peter Wolf was producing.
yeah, Peter Wolf. Yeah.
Peter Wolf. Okay. All right.
Man, you got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of stuff in your 51 years that you've been on this planet. So
Yeah, we did the Pointer Sisters as well.
The Pointer Sisters. Okay.
Yeah.
Old Town's finest.
West Oakland's finest.
Yeah. Yeah.
West
we
Oakland.
can.
That's beautiful.
what did you play with the Pointer Sisters?
I wrote the title cut to 2 of their records.
Oh yeah, which
Oh,
one?
which ones?
Only Sisters Can Do This, and Man with the Right Rhythm.
Okay. Okay.
So you can see Man with the Right Rhythm. I'm in the video with her when I did a thing on her Anita Pointer's house.
Wow.
Lifestyles of Rich and Famous.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to look it up.
Oh,
I will have to
I'm in the
look
video,
up. I
I'm in
don't
the video.
remember that video.
I remember that.
I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the video, and I thought we were gonna have a smash, and we couldn't get no support.
Wow.
That's amazing. You've had an amazing career, my brother.
Having.
Yes, indeed. Well, yes, indeed. You're absolutely right. Yeah, that's right. So we're almost ready to wrap this up. We got another song or two that CJ wants to get in there, but I want to once again tell people about, or have you tell people quickly about your dealing with Parkinson's disease, which you've gone on record. You've got stories that you've written. You've got a video that we showed a little bit of. Sing a song. Sheldon Reynolds, look that up on YouTube and you'll see 95% of the people in the video also suffer from Parkinson's disease. You rewrote the song or rearranged the song and included those people. It's a beautiful tribute to that. You've written an article called Shake It Off. Google that as well. Very proud of you, man, for continuing to do what you do. Talking to Black men especially about their health, so right. Thank you for that, and just keep moving forward, man. Keep moving forward.
Well, man, let me give a shout out to my family, to my wife, Please. To my kids. That's my greatest inspiration right there.
Yes.
And, yes. Let me rewind because that's wrong. That's my second greatest. God is my greatest.
Yes.
And then after that, my family.
Yes.
Do your kids play?
My son was a second drum major to Southern University.
Oh wow!
Oh whoa! The sonic boom. Okay,
that's a mic dropper.
Can he do the opening the brick house?
Of course he can.
Drum major.
One hand too.
One hand.
One hand. Okay.
He play keyboards and producing and all that stuff. He does all of it. Singing. My daughter is on the front line as a nurse.
Wow. Thank you. She's a hero.
Yes, please. Yeah. Thank you.
She's a hero. I am the son of a nurse, so she is a hero for sure.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My wife can sing and make you cry.
Mm.
Okay. Saw her in the video.
I don't sing at home much.
I think you beat. I think they got you beat, man.
I don't sing at home. I don't do my singing at home. I'm like a joke. Get out of here.
So you just tell them, don't you know that I played with the Commodores? I've been to Rio. I've been, come on. You know who I am?
Right.
Your dad was not impressed, Dad.
They don't work too much there. They cut the grass down.
So find out. Also want to shout out while we're doing shout outs. Let me shout out Kevin Birch, who has once again come up with a great guest, being you. And thank you very much, Kevin, for getting this from the start to the finish. We appreciate it this time. CJ, you got another song you want to get in there?
Yes, sir. One more.
Go for it.
To love was all we could do. We were young and we knew in our eyes were alive. Deep inside we knew our love was true. For a while we paid no mind to the past. We knew love would last every night. Something right would invite us to begin the day. Something happened along the way. What used to be happy was sad. Something happened along the way, and yesterday was all we had. And oh,
that could have been a hit.
It could have been.
Yeah, it could have been a hit.
It could have been
a hit.
It was almost there. It was almost there.
It was almost there.
That must have been a lot of fun.
A little bit of tweaking here and there, maybe a remix. You needed a rap. You needed a rap on it. That's what you needed.
You need 16 bars. That's what you needed. Right? That must have been a lot of fun to sing too, because that's just throw your head back and just sing it kind of a song, right?
Funny thing for me, that song was one time a couple came up to me after the backstage after the show, and that's when I was singing it at that point. I said, I love the way you. She said, I love the way you do after the love is gone. I said, thank you. And she said, my husband and I got married on that song.
Ah.
And I said,
the love is gone.
Yeah, I said, did you listen to the words?
Yeah.
Right.
That's so funny. That is so funny.
I hear a lot of people getting married off of reasons.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
tripping.
that one too.
Yeah.
But it's
Like,
crazy.
will I really listen to this?
The liquor content is kind of like married.
Well, they don't listen. They just like they just like the groove. That's all that matters.
Melody,
You know,
yeah.
so-
The melody.
all right.
You got married to this song. Good luck, brother.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That's the way of the world. That's the way of the world. You know. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, once again, Sheldon, we thank you so much. Oh wait, Kevin Birch is in here wanting to shout out Rhea Rona. She introduced you to Sheldon
Thank you,
and
Rhea
Jesse,
Rona.
and to your manager Jesse, who's a really good brother.
Yes.
I'm going to send him this
Shout
after
out
we're
to
done
Jesse.
talking to him.
Yeah.
We got people saying it's a great show, and I agree with them all. So, Sheldon, thank you again very much for what you're doing here, brother. We're going to keep following you. You're part of the family now. So,
Yes, sir.
so that means
Stop
that
by
we're
yourself.
related to Felipe Wynn too, you know, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 degrees of separation. So let me get a couple of last thoughts in about my boys here. If you can bear with us for just a moment. Those two fellas have been playing the music and talking about the music. Big Russ and CJ Flash do this thing on Fridays. Talk about it, fellas. The world famous. Go ahead, Flash. One of you guys talk about it.
Go ahead, Russ.
Every Friday, Sheldon, you got to tune in, man. It's a lot of fun. You will hear. We got Sun in rotation. We will
Yes.
touch a Sun
Yeah.
record maybe once every 4 shows. It's crazy. We play a lot of old school music, music that we grew up with, things that moved us, all our inspirations, club classics, things that we just fell in love with as kids. And we put it all in the mix. We play. It's a 4-hour show. It's on every Friday. It's on Mixcloud, Facebook, and Instagram, and it's very interactive. The chat room is crazy.
Mhm.
People, they shout out their request, or they tell their stories about where they were when they heard that song. And I open up because this man right here is just unbelievable on 2 turntables, and he just sets it on fire for the last half hour and a half, and then we do a slow jam battle after that. So I think this week we may do Earth, Wind, and Fire slow jams as a slow jam battle. Maybe.
That would be good. That
Oh
would be
yeah,
good.
wait, we could do Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Commodores. How about that?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Man, that's no
Yeah,
equal.
I gotta stay out
Man.
of that
No
one.
equal. No equal.
Nah, I don't know. That could be. Look,
don't know.
because Zoom could set it off, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, but you be having like Easy. I mean, I love Easy, but they ain't got nothing to do with after the love is gone.
No, but Zoom would be the one. Zoom.
All right, well, let's do it right. Let's do it right now. Okay, I'll give you reasons. What you got?
Right.
Sail on down the road.
All about love. Can't hide love.
No. 3 times a lady.
Okay.
Devotion.
Easy.
All about love.
Zoom.
All about love and Zoom. Okay.
Well, okay. Curveball.
Uh-huh.
Jesus is love.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good one.
All
That
right.
is a good one.
Okay.
That is
That old bush.
Burning bush.
Burning bush.
what you say, ghetto bush?
No,
burning
that old bush. That old
Oh,
bush.
okay.
That old bush.
This is
That old
burning bush.
Burning bush.
Bless you.
Bless
You
you.
made that man sneeze.
Twice.
Burning bush.
So it could. We could do okay.
Yeah, it won't last. You got about three strong rounds, bruh.
Mhm.
That's all you
In a
need.
10-round bet.
That's all you need.
nah.
And speaking of rounds, let me shout out Mills Lane. We lost Mills Lane today, so I
Wow,
gotta shout
what's
out.
going on today, man?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, since you started rounds, we'll go with that. Shout him out.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, Sheldon, I gotta tell you, man, it's a pleasure, man, to meet
Yes,
you,
it
brother.
is.
Yeah,
Definitely.
pleasure to
Truly.
meet
You
you.
guys are my inspiration. Because you make it feel like we didn't waste our time.
Oh
No,
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 no.
no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
not at all,
Yeah.
brother.
You
kidding?
This is only a little bit of the impact that you've had on us that we can. It's all we can tell. If we were standing next to you, it'd be a whole different. I'd be like hugging you or something, bro.
No, you wouldn't, because he's 6'3".
Oh, it'd be right in the right. My face would be in your chest or something like that. Well, that would be a little awkward. That would be a little awkward.
And we know as musicians, you guys are really close to your creations. But as consumers on the other side of that, believe me, the mark that you've made just in the people that you've played with and your solo stuff, you don't know the reach that your music has gotten, man. And we're fans and we're grateful for your gifts and your talents. So thank you. Thank you.
All right,
And you keeping the funk alive.
Yeah.
You're gonna have me crying in a minute, so I'm really.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. This is Oprah. This is your life on Oprah. Come on. Cry, Sheldon, cry.
Yeah.
No, we love it, man. The D Minor, you got anything you want to add?
Jerry's Roy Firestone. He makes everybody cry.
And you're Ohio hero. I mean,
Yes.
that especially in that southern eastern part. I mean, when they mention the Zapps and the Roger Troutmans and the Arringtons and the Felipes and the Catfish and the Bootsies, they got to mention Sheldon Reynolds.
Yeah.
We had a little thing going on over there.
Yeah. What's that? Did you guys realize that growing up? Did you realize you were surrounded by? I mean, it seemed like every time you turn around, there's another group coming out of there. What was that?
It didn't have nothing else to do. It was too cold and too hot. Remember?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
Do nothing. Go downstairs and go in the basement and rehearse.
Right.
So I'm going to ask you. I know we got to run, but I'm going to ask you a question. As from Ohio, was there a band out of Ohio that was it was a killer band but never made it?
TNT Powerhouse.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Really?
Wow.
TNT Powerhouse.
TNT Powerhouse.
There's a couple of them. There's a bunch of them, but that's the one that comes to mind right away.
Now, were they in Cincinnati proper, or were they in Dayton?
Cincinnati.
They were in Cincinnati.
Now, were there any members that came out of that group that went on to other groups that we might have heard of?
Man, I can't remember. I know somebody did because they ended up in Japan.
Yeah. And then there was some disco groups that came out of Columbus too that didn't hit that household thing. But yeah, and then of course we can't forget about the Players.
Oh, of course.
No,
I mean they set the tone.
That goes without saying.
Midnight Star was the Earth, Wind and Fire, Cincinnati.
I can see that, especially the early Midnight Star before they became synthesizer bound.
Before they were even recording.
Oh, okay.
They were like the live band thing. They were killing it.
Yeah, Daz Band too. Daz Band, early stuff. Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm about to look up TNT Powerhouse now.
TNT Powerhouse.
Yeah, for real. Didn't we do a show once on Ohio Funk? Was that with Jay Quan that time, right? Jay Quan. Yeah.
We did do
I may have to replay that one during the holidays here and let people check that one out.
He didn't mention TNT Powerhouse though.
I don't recall. I'd never heard that before. But
I don't think he did.
This man was there. He would know. So, all right, that's going to be okay. D minor. I'm sorry. Did you have any last thoughts here, brother?
Oh, just it's very fortunate to be in the on this platform with just amazing folks. Sheldon, these CJ and Russ, these are my big bros here, and Dove is a mentor, but CJ was my first interview. Russ has known me since I was 15, so I mean I'm definitely blessed and just to be on the platform with these guys. So yeah, so definitely.
He's only 17 now, bro.
Yeah,
I was doing the same thing, but I didn't see it.
Yeah,
17-year-old heavyweight.
Like Russ and CJ, I have a show called Let's Talk Music, and we have the opportunity to talk to a lot of people on there, and we just actually did an encore presentation of a show with Virgil Roberts, who was the guy that was doing a lot of the Law Council with Solar and with Wilfield Records and Death Row.
Yeah, wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah, so we do that show.
Incredible.
Well, thank you, Damien. And I want to throw in one more time because it is cold. Get your hoodies, get your hoodies. IRTS Live, Bay Area Black Famous, I Am Black Famous, all available to you at gwdesigns.com. I want to thank our guest, Neil deGrasse Sheldon Reynolds. Sheldon Reynolds, I'm sorry. You look exactly like him, bro. Look at that.
Wow.
Right.
Same tribe. Same tribe.
Yeah, and Neil still wears that jacket. Doesn't matter. No, he wears them vests all the time. So, but our guest Sheldon Reynolds, thank you very much, brother, for doing this. Have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas to you, everybody out there. You have been watching IRTS Live. We're going to see you next week with another episode of IRTS Live. Peace and have a good night.
IRTS Live is brought to you by United Players. It takes the hood to save the hood. Lifelong Medical Care, offering free vaccines for everyone 12 and over. Call Lifelong at 510-549-5454 or visit lifelongmedical.org. Brought to you by CDove HR Consulting Group, the human resources specialist, providing personalized service to building a better tomorrow. Enjoy the difference. This episode is powered by PlushLifeMedia.com. Let us remix your digital presence. Check out GDoveDesigns.com to get t-shirts and hoodies that make a statement. Join DJs Big Russ and CJ Flash for the world-famous show live Fridays, noon to 4 Pacific. Catch them on the following social media platforms. And if you'd like to join us as a sponsor, please email us at info@irtsshow.com.